At 18 years old, I started my self-improvement journey, and I can say that I really learned a lot and changed myself in a positive way. I went from being an insecure and shy kid who didn't even know what to do with his life to becoming more responsible, confident, and disciplined. And now I surely know what my goals are and what I want to do. So in this video, I want to talk about the 5 most valuable lessons that I learned during this 5 years of self-development. Lesson number 1 is stop consuming that much and start doing. When I just got into self-development, for a while I was reading a lot of self-help books, watching self-improvement videos, but I realized that that was everything I was doing. I didn't implement anything I learned from all of that. There was no real action, and without action, there were no results. We consume a lot of information every day, but the problem is that we don't put anything we learn into practice. It's good to get inspiration, ideas, and learn a bunch of new things, but you have to do something with it. Only then you'll progress. Consuming doesn't replace the action itself. The guy from that video you watched about how to change your life is not gonna come and do stuff for you. The author of that article you read is not gonna show up at your house and help you do your work. Self-improvement is not only about consuming information that you consider useful, but it is also about getting out there and doing something, implementing your knowledge into your life. If you watch a video about how to be more productive, go and try a couple of those methods you learned about. If you read about a great exercise for your shoulders, go to the gym and try it out. See if it works for you. So if everything you do now is only watching, reading, and listening, and it became some sort of procrastination, then it's time to stop consuming and start doing. Lesson number 2 is don't accept yourself as you are. Modern society tells us that we are perfect the way we are. So we don't need to improve, it's okay to be weak, it's okay to be overweight, it's normal to stay the same. If you don't like something about yourself, you just need to accept yourself as you are. But what self-improvement taught me is that all this is bullshit. It's just a lie that people tell themselves every day. This idea of accepting yourself started as something good. For example, when somebody was born without a leg or with some other problems they don't have control over, then they shouldn't feel ashamed. They shouldn't feel like there's something wrong with them. They should accept themselves as they are. But some people turn this idea of self-acceptance into an excuse, so they can stay in comfort, never change, and avoid being criticized. If someone says something against you, there's always this idea that can protect you. So what if I'm obese and I keep eating junk food? I just accepted myself as I am, and I'm happy. But I don't think you're happy when you look in the mirror. I don't think you're happy when you realize you have health problems because of that. I think you're just lying to yourself because you don't want to face the truth. You don't want to get out of your comfort zone and change. So what I learned is that I must never accept something I don't like about myself. I must change. And I'm not saying you have to hate yourself for every imperfection you have. No, you just need to tell yourself the truth. Tell yourself what you don't like about yourself and what you have to do to get better. Because come on, everybody has some bad qualities and some things we need to fix in ourselves. When I was a teenager, I was pretty skinny and I didn't like that. It made me feel insecure. So instead of accepting it, I looked for a solution. I started to work out and not skip my meals. The solution was simple. I just needed to be disciplined and do it regularly. So no matter what you're struggling with, maybe you have social anxiety, or you feel insecure, or you're unconfident, or you have a lot of bad habits. I struggle with all of these. But if you refuse to accept that this is who you are and do something about it, then you can get better. You can actually get to the point when you can be proud of who you are. Because in the end, life is about this, about constant changing and evolving. The world itself is changing, and you can't stay in the same place you are forever. You need to move forward, to adapt, to improve. So don't try to fool yourself with this idea that I'm perfect the way I am, and I'm okay with being weak, needy, and in bad shape. No, that's a lie. Do something about it, change, and your life will get much better. Okay, filming? Yeah. Hey, just a second, I want to ask you a favor. If you enjoy watching this video, make sure you hit like and subscribe. I know it's not hard for you, but it helps me a lot because when my videos get a lot of engagement from you, then YouTube algorithm recommend them to other people who might be interested in my content. So burn 1 calorie and click that like and subscribe button. Thanks. Lesson number 3 is motivation comes from taking action. We think we first need to be motivated and then we can do something. And yeah, that works sometimes. But you cannot rely on this because today you might be motivated and tomorrow you may not. And if you do stuff only when you feel like it, then there's no consistency and you won't really complete any work and achieve your goals. So it works this way. Action isn't just the result of motivation, but also the cause of it. Most of the time we get motivation when we're in the process of doing something. Just think about this. If you don't do anything, how are you expecting to be inspired and driven? Get motivation from what? So if you feel that you're not motivated to do anything, which happens pretty often, take a small action that is not hard to do. I don't know, clean your desk, do 10 push-ups, go for a walk, read 10 pages from a book. Any small action counts. and that will give you some inspiration and some energy, and you will probably end up doing much more. Or let's suppose you lost your motivation in life and you don't feel like working, you don't feel like doing the things you have to. But if you just force yourself and do anything, literally anything that you consider productive, then maybe not right away, but you will notice that you have a little more energy. You're a little bit more inspired. And after getting one thing done, you feel better and you want to do more work. So when you find yourself being lazy, procrastinating, force yourself and go do something, and you'll get back your motivation. Lesson number 4 is progress requires consistency. If you start doing anything, build a habit, start a YouTube channel, whatever, and if you're not being consistent with it, like today you do it and the next 3 days you feel lazy so you skip, then there are not going to be results and eventually you will quit. But if you commit to something and you are consistent, you just keep doing it every day, even if often you don't get progress, then you will succeed. If you go to the gym for only one day, you come home, look in the mirror, you don't see any results. You go for another day, look in the mirror, still no progress. You go for a week, still nothing. But if you do it again and again, after a while, you will see some results. Doing something for only one day doesn't give you anything, but doing it every day for a year will help you progress a lot. I remember when I was learning how to play the guitar. I was practicing for a couple of days and then I was skipping a whole week and then I was practicing again. I wasn't consistent at all and almost a year had passed and I still couldn't play it. But once I got serious about it and practiced almost every day, after a couple of months, I was playing the guitar not that bad. Or for example with these YouTube videos that I make. Maybe I don't upload that often, which I'm trying to fix now, but I keep working on them almost every day. I plan videos, write scripts, edit. I'm being consistent. This is why I improve with each new video I create. So consistency is really the key. Lesson number 5 is comfort is your worst enemy. As people will like to be comfortable and it feels good to just lay on the couch, binge watch a series or scroll through TikTok all day. And yeah, it's nice to do this from time to time. We all need a break from our work, from our routines. But if you always do this, if you always choose to stay in comfort and never challenge yourself to do the things you don't want to do something that is uncomfortable, then you will stay the same and there are not going to be any progresses, any changes in your life. Often we sacrifice our long-term results for these short-term pleasures, these distractions that make us feel good only in the moment, but don't bring us long-term happiness. When I have to work out but I choose to skip and play video games, I pick what is comfortable, what is easy. But think about the after effect. How do you feel after you realize you wasted an entire day and you weren't disciplined, you didn't finish the work you had to? You feel awful, right? Yeah, you got your short-term pleasure, you felt good when you scrolled through Instagram, when you watched those YouTube videos, but now you regret it. You feel bad that you wasted time. And notice how you feel after you did all your work, after you went to the gym even if you didn't feel like it. You feel great. Your day is a win. You didn't let laziness and lack of motivation control you and make you stay in comfort. And that makes you 1% better. You had one successful day that you can add to other 30 productive days you had before. And there you go. That's how you improve your life. It is discomfort that makes you improve. It is doing those uncomfortable things that most of the time you don't feel like doing that help you achieve great results. So these were the most important things that I learned from my self-improvement journey, and I hope they can be useful for you as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.